Hi everybody, happy Tuesday. Welcome to another episode of Tour Tuesdays Allentown here at the NINES at City Place. My name is Megan, I am one of your downtown community managers here, and I am so excited to be back for another Tour Tuesdays episode. I think you guys hung out with Sabrina last week, so kudos to Sabrina for another Tour Tuesdays, well done. Today we are going to check out two different spaces, but before we get started there, just a couple little housekeeping things for you. As always, we do give away a gift card to one of our awesome downtown retailers every single week. Last week's gift card is going to Sharon Sheline. So Sharon, we will send you a message letting you know how to pick up your gift card. And this week we're giving away a $25 gift card to Fruitables. If you've never been to Fruitables, it's right on the Arts Walk, has some great acai bowls and smoothies and toasts and all sorts of good stuff. And if you're wondering, how do I get this cool gift card? All you have to do is ask a question during today's episode. So please use that comment box down below to ask a question, and then I will do my best to answer those on air for you. As always, I am joined by the lovely Christina, my co-host / question asker, who will be here to field your questions during today's show. So we are going to start in one of our studio apartments, and then we're going to head over and see the top floor lounge here in the building. Now, what we're looking at, this is a little bit less done than some of the stuff we've seen before, and that's because we're on the top floor. So we're here on the 5th floor of the NINES, which is part of our City Place family of buildings, and this is one of our more basic studio layouts. So with a studio apartment, everything is in one common space, of course with the exception of your bathroom. So I know this does not look like a whole lot right now, but as we get towards the front of the apartment, I'll explain where your kitchen and bathroom and all of that stuff is. But we're here in a common living and sleeping space, which is great in a studio apartment if you're looking for something a little simpler, a little bit smaller, and of course get you the best bang for your buck. One thing you are not going to miss out on in the studio apartments is closet space. We were just talking about this before we started shooting today, that this just has another massive closet. It's a really interesting shape, but there will be shelving and things like that in here, and no shortage of storage space, especially for a studio apartment. As we kind of wrap around here, you can see how nice and open and light and bright this space is. You've got a big window here, and plenty of space for bed, couch, TV, all of that living space that you have here. And then the front of the apartment, I know this doesn't look like a whole lot right now, but this is where your main kitchen is going to go. If you've been on tours with us before, you can have a pretty good idea of where things are going to go. This is not our first rodeo in terms of construction sites, so we can see a lot of where appliances and cabinetry are going. So your sink and everything will be in the center here where the plumbing is. You're going to have your stove and your microwave, but tons of counter space and cabinet space, with your refrigerator being in the corner that sort of enters in here in the apartment. To my right is where your washer and dryer will live. Nothing there right now, but there is a full-size washer and dryer in every single apartment. And then at the front of the apartment here, one of our nice, beautiful bathrooms. I know not a whole lot to see right now, but nice big bathroom there. And then we do have 2 entry closets. So in addition to the big walk-in closet off your main living space, there are 2 closets right when you come in the apartment, and then I am standing here in the front door. So, Christina, do you have any questions so far, or do we have any as she reads all the screens?
We do. Okay. We'll answer this question again. I may mention this before, but how many floors will there be at the NINES?
So in terms of floors of apartments, there are 4 floors of apartments on floors 2 through 5. So apartments are on 2, 3, 4, and 5. We are on the 5th floor right now, which is the top floor. And this particular floor, if you're interested in living on the top floor, we have not released this floor to the market yet. So we've released floors 2, 3, and 4 for rent, so people can put in applications and deposits on those lower levels. The top floor we should be releasing within the next couple weeks, and you're looking for a move-in around October. We're just finalizing those dates for you.
Great, and one more question.
Yes.
So people are wondering, are the appliances here gas or electric?
So if you couldn't hear Christina, the question was whether or not appliances are gas or electric. All of our appliances here are electric. So your stove is electric, of course, as well as the rest, and your washer and dryer. So the only thing that you'll have a gas bill for here is going to be your portion of the hot water. So very, very minuscule gas bill. Everything else is going to be electric. All right. So it's cool about this top floor, and we've talked a little bit about amenities and stuff on other weeks, but here in the Nines, you do have a top floor lounge that you get to take advantage of, as well as all of the other City Place residents. So City Place North, City Place South, the future building, the gallery, as well as the future building Walnut View that we just announced, all share amenities, including the hub, the amenities that will be here, as well as in Walnut View and the gallery. So follow me, we're actually going right around the corner to check out this lounge. Now in the lounge, I do need you to use a little bit of imagination because it's full of cabinets. Cabinets that are meant for apartments. So this is all going to be open space with couches and a TV and stuff like that. But this is just another really cool hangout space that residents can take advantage of. If you've watched previous Tour Tuesdays episodes, residents here do have access to the hub at City Place, which is just a short half a block down over at City Place South, and includes your courtyard, 2 gyms, wellness space, a sports lounge, a golf simulator, as well as some other really cool spaces as well. Any questions?
Yeah.
You look like you're looking.
Oh yeah, I keep a lot of devices here. We have a question back to the apartments. Are the washer and dryers stacked or side by side?
They are going to be stacked. So washers and dryers are stackable unless they're in our ADA designated units. So for our units designated ADA, those are going to be side by side, as well as additional ADA modifications. But in standard apartments, those are going to be stackable, full size, of course. So here in the lounge, behind me is what looks like where the kitchen is going in. So there'll be a kitchen space in here that residents can use. And then we'll have couches and a TV, as well as some great windows, which unfortunately kind of blocked by all of these boxes, but some great window space here. And then I think the thing I'm most excited about is that there is a small terrace off of this lounge. We are going to be very careful as we go up here because the final railing has not been put on yet. So we're going to stay away from the edge. But you've got this nice outdoor space here that has a mountain view out the back, as well as views out over the city. And while we're up here, we get a pretty good view of what's going on with parking. So I know there's been a lot of questions about the parking situation here and what that means, and that's where your parking is going. So that's the brand new deck that we're building. It's over 1,000 spaces. We're gonna pop inside, it's very bright. It's over 1,000 spaces, and it's located directly behind the building here. So in the meantime, we are providing temporary parking in one of our other garages. So if you're interested in leasing, please reach out. We'll let you know exactly where that parking is located. And then we're set to have that new garage open in the spring, which we're all really excited about. Anything else, guys?
No, Megan, I know that you mentioned that, residents for the Nines are going to access to the hub. So that's really close, right? Like,
yeah.
Most people were just tuning in and want to know exactly how close it is if you move to the Nines, how close the hub is.
Yeah, so the hub is about a 1-minute walk from the front of this building over to City Place South. The City Place community is ultimately going to be made up of about 5 buildings: City Place North, South, the Nines, the Gallery, and Walnut View, which are all located on the 900 block of Hamilton Street, basically. Hamilton and Walnut. So we'll have these buildings here sharing amenity space, and it's all within 1 block. So you're about a minute walk to the building. Everything is super close, kind of in a similar way to Strata West and East, or Strata West and Strata Symphony. It's one community just made up of multiple buildings, but it's some really, really cool amenities.
Great. And I know that also residents here it's a really close walk to like Center City.
Yeah.
Like, what are some great highlights living downtown? Like, where are you walking distance to the Nines?
Yeah, I think walking distance in terms of where we're located, taking advantage of all of the awesome restaurants and retailers we have down here. At any time, you are basically no more than 3 blocks away from the furthest restaurant. So you have everything from the Hamilton and Tacos and Tequila to Moe's, which just opened, and the downtown Allentown Market, and Brew Daddy's and Blended. You're super close to everything. The downtown Allentown Market, of course, is a personal favorite of mine. I love all of the vendors there. If you haven't checked out Redding Coffee Company, who just opened, go get yourself a latte. It'll change your life.
And I think, the market's open for breakfast now, right?
Yes, which is super exciting. Market is now open for breakfast Tuesday through Saturday, which we're super, super excited about, so you can get that morning latte or coffee. And then in terms of other fun stuff we have going on down here, What I would recommend is if you've never visited Allentown before, or even if you have, be sure to come downtown this Saturday. This Saturday from noon to 10 p.m. is Brews BBQs. Everybody's favorite Allentown festival is back this year, right here in the downtown. So from 9th Street, which is right outside our front doors, to 6th Street, you're going to have music stages, food vendors, beer tents, and just a whole lot of fun, and the weather is looking absolutely perfect. And if you live down here, it does not get easier than walking out of your front door and going straight to a festival or straight to a hockey game or straight to a concert. And this event is free. So that's the best part. We can't wait to see you guys out and about and show you kind of all that Allentown has to offer, because we're back. We're back with some fun stuff. So as always, thank you guys so much for joining us for another Tour Tuesdays episode. As always, if you think of any questions at all after, send us a message, send us a DM on Instagram or a message on Facebook. And if you're interested in setting a tour, specifically a hard hat tour of the Nines, use that schedule a tour button on our Instagram to set one up, as well as directly on our website. These apartments are going super fast. We haven't even opened yet, and we are over 50% leased, so half the apartments are gone. If you want it, we want you here. So schedule a tour, and we'd love to show you around. And until then, we will see you next week, same place, same time. Have a great week and weekend.